Hey y'all, welcome to Crystal's World. Here at Crystal's World, I talk about myself, my life, my past experiences, my current experiences, and whatever else I want to talk about that day, y'all. How are you guys doing today? How is my CGs doing today? Thank you for being here. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you like, what I have going on here, y'all. So today, y'all, I like to get right into it, especially when something is, on my mind. Today I want to talk about finding clarity through chaos and confusion. Finding clarity through chaos and confusion. Yeah. Because that is what I'm currently going through right now. That is what I'm currently going through right now, guys. And first off, how do you deal with it? Let me know in the comments, how do you deal with chaos and confusion? So what I'm going to talk about today is how I deal with it. How I deal with it now. How I deal with it now, because the way I deal with it now is not how I always dealt with it, right? But we grow from things and we learn to deal with things in a different manner. When I come against chaos and confusion, I have to take a step back, analyze things, and try to figure out what's really going on and what's really the problem. um, the first thing I do is take a look at the mirror at myself. Because guess what? Something a lot of people don't do is take accountability. And I have not always taken accountability for things that maybe I've been through and going through, right? So now I have learned to, the first thing I do is take a step back and look at myself first. What are you, why are you feeling like you're in some chaos and confusion, right? I take a look at myself first. I feel like that's the first thing you should do, because in anything, right? You got to take accountability for, even if it is chaos and confusion. Take accountability for what you may be doing to cause that, right? Or to be in that chaos and confusion, right? So, y'all, I love this YouTube journey so much. I love this YouTube journey so much. So, when I feel like I'm in some chaos slash confusion, I gotta come back for a minute and figure out why. Why is this, Crystal? Why is this? And there are so many entities as to why. And I could sit here and talk about all those entities, but I kind of feel like that might be pointless, right? Because the way I look at things is not going to be the same way other people look at things. So I have to kind of, watch how I say how I feel, in a sense. I'm going to always come in here and say how I feel, guys, but everybody's not going to feel the same way you feel. And that's, we're all different, right? Um but what I'm also realizing is, in order for me to continue to love this journey, I have to go back to how it all started for me. And how it all started for me is, I just wanted to come on here, share how I'm feeling, share what I'm going through. And if people catch it, they catch it, right? If they find my video and it inspires them, if they can relate, I love it. I love it because it lets people know that they're not alone in whatever it is they're going through. I really have to go back to that, because it's just so many things that have been going on that is hindering me, or making me want to not post my content. It's making me not to want to go live. Yes, me not wanting to go live. And y'all know I love going live, because that is where you guys get to know my personality for real. You get me in my videos, you watch my videos, and You hear what I have to say, what's going on in my life and stuff like that. But I feel like in the live streams, we get to really know one another. Like, I'm being myself, y'all. I'm being my freaking self. Even in that though, you still get scrutinized for being yourself. You get people who view you as weak because you want to be your authentic self, right? Do I get on here and tell y'all every single thing about my life? Absolutely not. We have to keep some stuff for ourselves, right? But for the most part, y'all, I'm an open book. For the most part, I am an open book because I am comfortable with sharing that with the world. I had to be in order for me to start doing it, right? And I do understand that some people are not, and that's okay. That's the great thing about us having our own YouTube channels. We do what we want on our YouTube channels, right? Unfortunately, you get scrutinized for being yourself. You get scrutinized for and viewed as weak for wanting to be yourself and tell your stories. I will never understand that because I, for one, even though I wouldn't do certain content, I still love other content. I love other things that people are doing. And I don't scrutinize people for what they're doing. I do what I do, you do what you do. And I think because I've been in an isolation mode so long, and then I decided to just come out here and pour my heart out and tell about my life. I think I'm gonna be honest. I probably take things personal when I shouldn't. See, that's where I take accountability. I probably do take things personal when I shouldn't. Because this is the internet, and unfortunately, you're gonna come across some beautiful people. You're gonna come across some beautiful people. But then you're gonna come across people who appear to be beautiful, but on the backside they're really not. And I don't like that. I really don't like that. It don't sit well with me. And when things like that happen, I have to take a step back. I have to take a step back. And see where I went wrong. I'm at a place in my life too where I can't blame other people for things that maybe I've allowed, and things that I put up with. I have to take a look at myself in the mirror. Why did you allow that? Why are you intertwined in that? Can't blame other people for what you allow. You can't. You just can't. So unfortunately, guys, I have to go back to where I started. Let me say this. Let me just say this to all the beautiful souls I met along the way of my journey so far. Listen, I have no regrets. I have no regrets. I have no regrets. But I have to love me. I have to love myself enough to know when I have to take myself out of situations that's not good for me mentally or emotionally, right? Especially mentally, because y'all know I struggle with that now. I'm an open book about that too. That's another thing. If you're an up and coming YouTuber and you're wanting to be authentic and you're wanting to be yourself, just be careful. Be careful. Because I feel like some people will view you as weak with that. Not everybody. There's a lot of people that can relate to you. A lot of people can relate to what you're doing, what you're talking about, and everything you've been through and what you're going through, right? But some people will take that weak, where they feel like it's weak and they feel like where you're weak at, and use it against you. And I can't allow that. I can't allow that. I can't allow that in my life. I don't need that in my life. And I'm not going with that. So again, I'm gonna have to take a step back and I have to go back to how I started my journey, y'all. I have to go back to how I started my journey. And this is the clarity that I got when me stepping back and trying to figure out where, I'm going wrong and where I went wrong. I'm going to continue posting my content. I'm going to continue going live. I'm going to continue supporting, right? But at the same time, kind of being to myself, because being clicked up is not always sweet. Being clicked up is not always sweet. I'm sorry, I have to say it. Being clicked up is not all sweet. Oh gosh, it's just not. It's just not. And that's in real life. So can you imagine on this here internet? Like, it's not all sweet trying to be clicked up. It's not all sweet. I appreciate everyone. I appreciate everybody who genuinely rocks with me, who genuinely supports me. I appreciate you guys so much. Anybody that has ever shouted me out, I appreciate you guys so much. Any collabs that I've done, I appreciate it so much. I appreciate the people who asked me to do a collab. The people who wanted me to do interviews, I appreciate y'all so much. And I'm going to continue to support you guys. Like, that's not going to stop. But in order for me to be happy and to continue to be happy during this journey, y'all, it's some things that I have to change. It's some things that I have to change, and that's just what it is. I'm sorry if you don't understand, but that is me. That is the clarity that I'm finding with why I'm starting to not wanting to go live and stuff like that. Because when I first started, like, I couldn't wait to go live. And for me to not want to go live, that's not good. It's not good. It's not only things dealing with YouTube. We all have things going on in our real life, right? So, we try to balance what we have going on in real life, I'm sorry, and, our YouTube journey as well. And then some of you guys have other platforms that you're doing too. Like, I commend y'all, the ones who are doing the other platforms too. Like, y'all, shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. For real. I'm still trying to figure that out if I even want to do that, because that's a lot. That's a lot. So yeah, y'all know, again, this is what I do. I've been doing this from the beginning. I come on here, I say how I'm feeling, and that's just what it is. If you can relate, that's awesome. If you can't relate, that's okay too. Everybody's not going to relate to yours, to what you have going on, and we have to be okay with that. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Yeah, y'all. But I appreciate all my CGs. I'm not going anywhere for sure. It's just that I have to switch things up a little bit on how I'm navigating through this journey. And that's just what it is. So again, I want you to drop down in the comments, how do you deal with chaos and confusion? How do you deal with chaos and confusion? Also, my CGs, one more thing before I get off of here. I have started my own hashtag, which is hashtag crystals_gems. If you don't mind, if you do comment, can you, do that hashtag at the end of your comment? I would appreciate it. If you forget, that's fine, because I know sometimes we don't watch the whole video. And I do. Listen, let me tell you something about me. I watch y'all videos. I watch the whole damn video, okay? Don't put me in that. But I get it. I understand, okay? I do understand. Sometimes y'all don't watch the whole video. So the ones that have watched this whole video, can you please, after you write your message, even if you don't write a message, can you at least, write hashtag crystals_gems in the comments? I would appreciate you guys so much. And thank you for being here. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.